when are we going to see accountability and consequences for sanctuary state and local officials that are violating 8 USC 1324 by harboring illegal aliens?
Yeah.
As well as, isn't it kind of bizarre that Chris Van Hollen tried to smuggle and facilitate the re-entry of this illegal alien, also in violation of 8 USC 1324?
Yeah, we also haven't heard any stories about the Logan Act this time around for whatever reason. So it's a great question.
Thank you.
And a knowledgeable question. I don't get a lot of questions around here where people are citing the Immigration and Nationality Act. So that's great. You're exactly right that the sanctuary cities are engaged in multiple criminal violations: harboring, smuggling, inducing, obstructing justice, obstructing official proceedings, and many other crimes. And this is something that the Department of Justice is taking a very hard look at. I'll just say that it is my view, the view of this administration, that these cities are engaged in systemic criminal violations and that they are engaged in a scheme to nullify and obstruct the duly enacted laws of the United States of America. And I would again note, when you talk about morality, talk about decency, sanctuary cities shield criminal illegal aliens from removal. We repeatedly go into communities and arrest illegal aliens who were previously in custody, that they refused to turn over, that were sent back onto the street, that have subsequently raped or abused a child. I just want you to think about that for a second. You have sanctuary cities like Los Angeles, like Boston, like Chicago, where illegal aliens will be booked, arrested, placed into city or state custody, charged with serious crimes. ICE will ask them to be turned over for deportation. They will willfully release them back onto the street, obstructing federal law enforcement, doing so at a time and place of their choosing, making sure that we don't know where and when they will be set free. And then those illegal aliens will go out and take someone's son or someone's daughter and abuse and rape them. The word scandal doesn't even come close to describing the enormity of the evil that we are talking about with these policies. But repeatedly subjecting citizens on purpose, deliberately, with malice aforethought, to crimes against them and their families by individuals who by law shall be removed from this country. And we have a whole body of immigration law, by the way, the last administration shredded, that says illegal aliens shall not be allowed to enter the country, shall be detained through removal, shall not be set free, that they chose repeatedly in mass to not only ignore, but to give them parole, to give them work permits, to give them welfare, a scheme to violate our laws. You're not talking about just one time, or 2 times, or 3 times. Millions and millions of times they engage in this scheme. So much criminality that it defies our ability to even catalog it. And the wages of that, the destruction that created, can only be measured in the tears of all the moms and dads whose kids are now dead, whether dead by drugs or dead by crime. And that doesn't even measure the impacts on our education system. I mean, we always talk about how low our test scores in this country. And no one ever talks about the fact that we have a completely open border until Donald Trump with the world, flooding our schools with students who are not even literate in the language in the countries from which they came. Destroyed our education system, destroyed our infrastructure, destroyed our healthcare system. Where do Americans go to get their cities back? Where do they go to get their lives back? Where do they go to get their lost income? How many small businesses have been closed over the years because they were competing with illegal labor? How many lives and dreams have been destroyed? The other side in this debate, this isn't a debate between 2 reasonable points of view. It's a debate between a political party led by Donald Trump that believes in nationhood, that believes in sovereignty, that believes in the idea that there is such a thing as citizenship and it's sacred, and a party that is literally waging war against the very idea of nationhood. And as far as they're concerned, every single American citizen who's hurt or killed as a result is acceptable collateral damage. Well, it's not acceptable to Donald Trump, and we're shutting it down, and we'll never apologize for it. Thank you.